I'm Michelle and I'm the Resource Recovery Education Officer at the Hillshire Council. In the last video, we showed you how to set up a worm farm. In this video, we'll run through some common worm farming issues and how to fix them. One of the first issues you may experience is an unpleasant smell. This may mean that there's too many food scraps in the worm farm and there's not enough air. Here I'd recommend adding some dry materials like paper and cardboard to the worm farm, and I'd give the bedding a bit of a fluff when you put this in. I'd also avoid adding any more food scraps for a week or so and let the worms eat the food scraps that are already in here. A healthy worm farm should smell earthy, not unpleasant. If you notice that the worms are climbing the side of the worm farm or on the lid, this is an obvious sign that something's not right. There could be too many food scraps in the worm farm, or the bedding's too dry or too wet. Sudden changes in temperature outside can also affect the heat of the worm farm inside. To fix this, check the condition of the bedding. It should be damp but not wet. If the worm farm is in direct sun or heavy rains, move the worm farm to a cooler, sheltered and shaded spot. If your worm farm looks too dry or the worms are moving too slowly, they may need some more moisture. You can add some water to the worm farm or lightly mist their bedding. You can also add some more damp coconut peat to the bedding. If you notice that the worms aren't eating the food scraps, there could be a few reasons for this. The pieces that you're putting in may be too large. You want to chop up the pieces smaller so that the worms can eat the food scraps easier. You may also be putting too many food scraps in at once. It's also important to rotate the feeding spots each time. If you notice that there are a lot of flies or bugs around your worm farm, this probably means that food is exposed. There are a few ways to solve this. Make sure that when you're feeding the worms, you bury the food into the bedding. You can also cover the bedding with a hessian mat. And then make sure the lid of the worm farm sits securely on top. When this tray is full and it's time to rotate the trays, it's important that the bottom of the new tray will be touching the top of the bedding of the old tray. This ensures that the worms can wriggle up to the new bedding. Worm farming can take a bit of trial and error to work out what works best for your worms, but most problems are easy to fix. If you need additional help, you can check out the resources on Council's website, or you can come down to the Community Environment Centre at Enningrove on Thursdays and Saturdays, and our volunteers will be happy to help you. Thanks for watching.